All right, everything should be fine. Hello, everyone. Be prepared for the eventual OBS hiccup, but it'll be back very soon either way. How you all doing?
Well, I was in the middle of editing one of your videos, and then you're like, "Hey, let's go stream." And I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, I suddenly realized that. Oh shoot, we were actually gonna have to do a stream. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, procrastination has
And
been.
unfortunately, it's not one of those edits I can just do in the background because I need to listen to these ones.
Gee, I wonder what kind of handsome, dastardly fella would make you do that.
Dave, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, we get off to some rants with that guy.
Yeah, I noticed. Took you 50 minutes to finish the drawing, and then you recorded for another hour.
Oh, we did the background work.
Uh,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Yeah.
an hour's worth.
Yeah, I mean, padding is padding, but just use movie magic, dude. That's what you know. That's what you got. It's fine.
Oh dear.
uh,
Oh, how was chat? Mark is shopping for an apartment.
oh,
Hmm.
nice. Any particular
What?
place or
Europe, apparently.
really? Ew. Ew. Europe? Who wants to live in Europe? Oh.
Who wants to live in an apartment?
Uh,
Then again, I suppose if you can get something nice and near work, that's a bonus.
yep. Like me, because this is officially the first time I'm gonna go on the boat from relatively close to my hometown. No more late night arrivals, no more early morning flights. It's just gonna be a quick trip with a twain, and then I'm home.
Well, excellent.
Yeah, which means I'll only be an hour late instead of not being able to join the Sultans at all the Saturdays I return home.
Yay. Yeah, Marcus says he's got his eye on a few ones, and he'd buy a house if he had the money. Oh, wouldn't we all, Mark? Wouldn't
Damn
we
right,
all?
dude. Damn right.
Oh,
What the hell?
the price of housing's just disgusting, Trym.
It is. Let's see.
But quick, let's import another billion people. It'll be fine.
Yes. Wait, did screen froze? Give me a second. Re.
Well, it's got to happen now.
2 seconds. Technical difficulty. And there we are again. Always something happening and disgustingly often as of late.
Yes, and it's always happening to Trym, apparently.
I don't know what I've done to the gods of technology to have their wrath on me every single day of my life, but okay. I get the message. I'm willing
Yeah,
to
apparently you've done something.
I'm willing to discuss terms. Please. This is getting ridiculous.
Uh,
If it ain't Discord, it's OBS. If it ain't OBS or Discord, it's a game.
if it ain't that, it's the capture card.
Ugh, don't remind me.
Speaking of the capture card, has it freaked out again?
Oh my lord. This is stupid. There it should be. At least
Well,
Melloc
it's
said
working
Mark.
for now.
At least Melox and Mark are able to have a proper conversation. Let's see. Please don't. Well, just tell me if it freezes up again. Then I'll be
Yeah, I'll try.
reeing loudly. I might just take a drink after this fucking stream. At this point, I've earned it.
Yeah. I'm surprised you're going to wait that long.
Mm, I'm planning to work out, and it's a driving distance away to the training room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shame.
Well, on the bright side on that is I've lost 7 kilos.
Woohoo!
Oh yeah,
Only another 700 to go.
yeah, pretty much.
um, I say needed to lose 700 myself.
Yeah. We know it. Well, yeah, I've
Yep.
again, I just decided to kill my vacation budget this year and just focus on improving. So again, sacrificed vacations and just bought the services of a personal trainer.
Yep. No, why not?
Exactly. With the added benefit
And
of
then you,
him
once
also
you're done, you can have. Then you can really enjoy the vacation.
exactamundo. So I'm currently on a 1 year plan to just uh, essentially just restart the horridly abused thing that is called a metabolism. Yeah, it's fucked, dude. That
Mm.
thing is absolutely fucked. So,
Oh yeah.
so I decided again, working out for it, working out, having I follow a meal plan that is set up for me as honestly to be as convenient for me as possible, which I love.
Hmm.
And yeah, so that's why it takes a little bit longer now to go get food and stuff, because gotta prepare, gotta make, yada yada. I'll just
You've
go
got to
and make
make
us. Yeah.
allegedly good food.
Oh, it is very good. A bit lighter on the salt and pepper than I like, but can't go too hard on it.
Yeah.
It's actually a very common complaint in Norway. Our food is too salty.
Well, I'm not terribly surprised. You've got all that ocean there,
Yep.
and you spent what most of human history starving to death.
Yep. And before we got fridges, our most common way of storage was just salting.
Well, that's true for all the civilizations.
Yep.
Because it turns out that salt's free; it just sits there in the ocean.
Yeah. And then you can find a mine full of it too. So, hmm.
Mm, that works. Though down in the Mediterranean, it was easier to just contrive spots on the coastline where you could let in the high tide, close it, dry, evaporate everything off, and then you'd have all the salt just sitting there for free.
Yeah. The sun was kind of helpful sometimes, wasn't it?
Mm, if you
Well,
have some.
yeah, up in our areas, it was at times a theoretical existence at both, as
Yep.
best. Jesus. Uh,
Oh, Marcus has got good taste at least. He's not looking for an apartment in an apartment building. He's looking for a row house apartment.
oh, that's good.
Well, that's better. That's definitely better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm glad that
Uh,
my old folks found a proper house with a second story with a story beneath it that is a own separated apartment.
mm, yep. Somewhere for Trym.
Oh yeah, and it's
It turns
completely
out
sound.
Trym's a basement troll.
Yes, I am. And also the other bonus, it's completely sound isolated.
That's nice.
They haven't heard shit of how racist I am, theoretically. Because they're the kind of parents that if they hear you say something, they would ask you regardless of how fucking old you are. Uh,
And then you can explain to them why you don't want Norway to turn into Sweden.
oh, I've done that several times. But again, media
Excellent.
people, so
Mm. Yeah, Marky says you couldn't get him to live in an apartment building even at gunpoint.
Oh, me
Oh,
neither. Like
same here, man. Same here.
The worst kind of apartments is where you have to share the apartment with other people. I did that
Mm.
once for 2 years, and I've never wanted to
And
commit
then you move
things.
back home with your family.
Yeah. No, then I found like a proper. After that place, I've always gone for apartments that are part of a larger building. It's just a single house,
Mm,
right? So the only thing I'd have to bother or deal with would just be the landlords.
yeah.
I don't have to bother with other
Oh, God.
tenants or other crap.
I don't like dealing with landlords or the bloody council. Well, I can't imagine having to deal with some other group of morons just shoving themselves into my fucking life.
Yeah, it's oof. I realized pretty quickly that I do not do co-living well with strangers. Even when I tried to become friendly with them, it's just, oh boy, I just didn't have it in me.
Yeah, that's one of the issues I'm looking at. I have every time I have to look for. I decide to go online and look at houses. Anything that's remotely affordable, it's like, yes, please share this regular house with three other people. How about fuck off? How does fuck off sound?
Fuck off sounds like a good alternative. Please, here,
Yeah,
have a second helping of it.
yep. I'd rather have.
Yeah, OBS doing a little bit of a thing, and it's
Yep,
returning, and we're back. I told you
yep.
there would be a
Good
dip.
job, OBS.
The OBS dip.
It's a bit of a dip, yeah.
Yeah, and I like how it's so constant. I can predict it. It arrives within the first 5 to 15 minutes.
Yep. Every friggin' time.
Oh yeah, but at least it always sets itself back, so I don't have to sit here swear and have Bessic solve the problem for me. Mostly.
I still think that your laptop needs either an exorcist or a shotgun, possibly both.
Don't tempt me, Bessic. You have no idea.
Load the shotgun with silver.
You know, what? Yeah, salted silver,
Hmm.
just to be
Salt
sure.
and silver.
Yeah, evil can't be too dead. See. Honestly, right now I'm just messing around a little bit until I'm pleased with the shadow thingies.
Mhm. Nice.
I had to keep in mind that it's gonna work together with the other pieces, but again, I'll function on that after I'm somewhat finished and satisfied.
Hmm. Mm.
Uh, oh wow, you live further away from Stockholm than I do from Trondheim.
Hmm. And you're considered rural. Yeah, being 2.5 hours north of the city is usually considered rural. And
Uh,
unless you're in another city.
yeah. In Scandinavia, the word city has become rather
That's slow.
washed. Yeah, well, I use it as a slur, but the city has become loose in definitions. Like you have a town, a village of just 2 to 3,000 people, and they're still considered being given the title of city.
Mm.
Like you have up
Yeah.
in north, right? North The most north-lying city in all of Europe is called Honningsvåg, right?
Yeah.
And it has a population of fuck and all, and on a good day, maybe 6,000 at most.
That's not exactly a city then.
No, but it's called a city because then we get to call it the most northern city in Europe.
Hmm. Yeah, that's probably exactly what it is then. And Alex says they're 45 minutes away from two other big cities. Yeah, that's rural. I am, if I drive in the right direction, 15 minutes from being rural. Because at least, I mean, here it's more about land use density.
I see. Rural is the part where it's more like out in the country, right? Just so I'm not confusing it with suburban.
Yes, correct. So you've got inner city, which is full of hippies and commies.
Parasites.
Yeah, and tall buildings. Then you've got suburban, which is like single family homes on like a 50-meter plot. If at least that's what it used to be.
Mhm.
And then you've got rural, where the neighbor is a drive away.
Yeah. Yeah. I think my current hometown would be considered suburban.
Well, it's a town, so it's by definition.
Yep. And also
You don't have.
we have a we have a more proper city. Well, proper by Norwegian standards. A small by your standard city, 20 minutes away, and then you have Trondheim 1.5 away.
Yep. Yep. Alex says it's still crazy to me how much cheaper the house plus land is just because they have to drive a little. Oh, tell me about it. When I was working at a call center in the capital, it was uh people that I'd be commuting for an hour and a half, 2 hours each way, and people would be like, "Oh, why don't you just live closer?" Because fuck you. I live in a real house. Even if I took the entirety of my travel expenses, which was like $8 each way, and converted that into rent, I still wouldn't be able to afford a house anywhere closer.
Yeah, none of that rat paradise thing. It's mouse labyrinth. Even when I lived
Yep,
in Trondheim, I lived in areas that were that were to the edge of it, closer to the forest. Very nice
yep,
place. Very happy with it. Kind of miss it to be
good.
honest.
Yeah, but I just could never do cities. Like, I will tell you though, there is one thing that is worse than apartment living. That it's supposed to be it's stylized as suburban by got people selling it, but here in Australia, there is what's called a new estates. So it's where a builder buys a bunch of land and puts a shitload of houses in it. The problem is they call them houses, and then they have them so close together that rain can't fall between them because the gutters are overlapping. That is worse than apartment living because since it's a house, they don't have to install soundproofing. It's worse than row housing because they don't install fireproofing.
But so it's literally just a commie block.
Not quite. Not quite. But it very close, very close.
Okay, so at least you have running water.
Yes.
Okay.
But no, it's absolutely fetid. You live as close to your neighbors as if you were living in an apartment, but you don't have any of the benefits of being in an apartment, so you're still living in suburbia, and you don't have any soundproofing.
Wow, that sounds like an excellent way to foster a environment full of people willing to do horrible things to each other just for a little peace.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Some people choose to live this way. That's what
Ugh,
terrifies me.
yeah. Uh, uh, there's no accounting for taste, and some people have none at all.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I could. It's just so disgusting that why would you ever live in such a place?
That's the question, isn't it?
Like it legitimately sounds worse than living in an apartment because, well, basically, it's like living in an apartment with none of the advantages, but being charged the price of a house for the privilege.
Ah, so it's actually the pods.
Yes, these are the pods that you will live in and be happy.
Yeah. And eat the bugs. You can find them crawling
Yes,
under the rocks. Jesus.
but yeah, like row housing, which I think's what Smaku was talking about. So you're living that close because again, these houses are so close the gutters overlap. So there's about half a foot, about 15, 20 centimeters potentially between the walls. So you're living close enough to be row housing. but you've got none of the fireproofing, none of the soundproofing, and none of the benefits when it comes to climate control of a shared wall.
Wait, none of the fire controlling? Isn't that kind of, m- imposed by law?
Yes, but it's a house trim. You don't need to put fireproofing in the wall of a house because it's not adjoining another building.
Oh
If you
boy.
think like a money grubbing retard politician, it makes sense in a sick,
Oh,
twisted way.
sorry, I still have a soul.
Yeah, that's the confusion. Also, aren't you ginger?
Yes, I have half a soul. Oh, give me a second. I
Uh,
need to answer a
you
phone.
stole it.
Keep chat entertained.
Oh crap. Oh yeah. So as we describe how row houses suck. Sorry, not row houses. Row houses are. Depends if you got a body corporate or not. Fuck body corporates. But yeah, the big problem with these estates is that yeah, your house is so close that you can open your window, reach out and touch the neighbor's house. But because it's fully detached, it's a fully separate house. They don't need to put all the fireproofing stuff in the walls that you'd need to do if you were building a row house. So lovely. Such a good use of everyone's time and money. But people will still pay like friggin' $1 million for these pieces of crap. If I had $1 million, I would sure as shit not be living that close to other humans. If I had $1 million, I'd go way out into the country and see if I could buy some actual fucking land. Because ideally, I would like to live in such a place that the neighbors can't hear gunfire. I want the neighbor to be. I want the distance from the neighbor to be measured in kilometers, not in meters. Meanwhile, Trim's on the phone, organizing his lady friend for after the show. By which I mean he's going to rent one by the hour. Isn't that right, Trim? Who's not here to deny anything. Which means I can make up any story I like about him. Ah, dear. But yes, do not live in an Australian estate. It's not living. It's worse than apartments, and apartments are evil. And but not yet, people still want to build. Like I saw on fucking Reddit, fuck Reddit, a bunch of retards complaining that one of the councillors was objecting to a proposed development to build a 7-story social housing building in a place that's got no fucking high rises. It's like, oh, let's put in more commie blocks in the middle of friggin' suburbia. That'll be great. We need high density housing. No, fuck off. High density housing is the devil's work. Let's see.
Should be back. Hello.
Excellent. So what kind of rate did you get for an hour?
Rate for an hour about what?
A lady friend. You rent them by the hour, right?
After the last one, I stopped because, oh boy, that was a close call.
So did the pimp come round?
No, turns out she didn't need a pimp.
Remember?
Don't stick your dick
oh,
in crazy guys.
oh,
Just
so it was one of the freelance ones. Ugh.
biggest mistake of my life.
Oh dear.
Remember,
So yes.
people, you're just one slice away from being a eunuch, and I was awfully close that day.
Oh, Trim. What are we going to do with you?
Right?
For your soul? Yes. Yes, I think we shall.
Have fun at
Someone send a
least.
message to Bleach.
I think even he has given up at this point. Like, eh, fuck it. Ah,
He
fuck it. It's just
understands you
Bucky.
that you're ginger.
Yep. It's just a trim.
Trolls don't have souls.
Eh. Ginger trolls, especially.
Yeah, so I was telling chat that these houses are like again, they're literally so close that the gutters overlap. So you may be half a foot away from the neighbour's house, but it's a separate house, so you don't need to put a massive shit of fireproofing between the two walls. Which seems lovely if one of these estates catches fucking fire, doesn't it, Trim?
Yeah, that means that if one place catches fire, all of it is gone.
Yep. It's going to be like the Great Fire of London, but we'll actually lose less because there's nothing of value in row housing.
That's a sad truth, isn't it? If you have to live in a house like that, you got so little that nothing is yeah, the only
Yeah.
thing less is
You're better off
actual nothing.
burning it down.
You are.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a fucked world.
Uh, it is, but yeah. No, I, I, I couldn't not. If I had the, if living in a place like that was one of the options, I'd rather just live in a fucking apartment
Yep.
because you've got no more space. But then you've also got like a fucking meter wide strip of lawn out the back that you have to fucking mow. Just a meter wide strip.
Yeah, I don't even have to mow the fucking lawn.
Someone else does that for you, don't they?
Yeah, what?
Oh dear.
Though it's my parents ever since they got this house because they had a real nice apartment before this house, but they
Hmm.
realized, and it's proof that it's genetic. They hate apartments. So
Good.
it's in the blood, basically. And
All sane civilized people hate apartments.
yes, so that meant as soon as they got their asses out of that apartment, the renovation bug hit them hard. And
Ah,
they just, again, you should have seen the pictures of how it looked here before they arrived. And then a year after, you don't even recognize the place.
well. As long as they're enjoying themselves, hey, and they're not expecting Trim to do too much.
No. I'm like, you can ask me if you want some help, and is yeah, sure, you'll help us when we start digging up half the front yard. Remember when I was extremely busy this last summer?
Yep.
Yeah, the large ditches I grew up and shit. That was it.
Yeah, Trim, just dig up the entire yard. It'll be fine.
Yeah, and we all did it together. It was a family job, and it kind of put a little bit of my own elbow grease into it, and we're gonna still do a lot more. And honestly, I'm kind of looking forward to it.
Nice. Nice. Good shit.
Yeah, there's something to be said about making something your own.
Yep. Ain't that the truth?
Yep. And there's sort of a we have sort of a 10-year plan here that in about 10 years I'll be
Can you check the picture?
s-
I,
always some shit.
like
All right, there we
that.
go.
Uh, yeah,
Honestly,
this is.
something's wrong with OBS right now, or the combination of OBS and a
It's
PC.
probably the capture card.
Yeah,
Gives
but
fucking USB capture cards every
yeah,
fucking time.
yeah, but this is like man, man, this is bullshit.
Man,
Speaking like that, and
man.
I'm calling a shading monkey. Whoopsie daisy.
Poor monkey.
Always abused.
To be fair, he does deserve it.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a reason why we abuse them. We're not the kind of people who just abuse you for abusing sake. We do it with purpose.
Exactly. You know you deserve it, right, Trim?
Well, as much as you do. It's a back and forth, a
Ex-
trade. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, which means I only have to try harder. What?
Oh, hey,
Hey,
Dave
babe.
stopped in.
Hello.
He's dealing with bullshit at work.
Yeah.
Or work's just bullshit in general. One of the two.
Oh, both.
All of the above. Yeah, both. All of the above.
Yep. Let's see.
The shit we do for money.
All right. Hey, I offer you time from my life. Can you give me money in trade?
That's how it's supposed to work, isn't it?
It is, but we never get a valuable trade. It's always like, oh, you should owe the company more. It's like, yeah. Be happy you get what you get, you motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh, why don't you do overtime? Because fuck you, that's why.
Yeah. At least there are pretty decent over like despite the taxes kicking our balls in every single year. There are the unions in Norway are not just for show, just mostly.
Mm.
But we do have a few
Just
benefits.
mostly.
Yeah.
God, I hate unions.
Oh, dude, I come from a country that was kind of functioning, so it means that you know, a certain level of comfort. And unions in Norway can actually be semi-dependable if you talk to the right people,
Yeah.
because there are people in unions who will do their job.
True, but some groups shouldn't be allowed to have unions, like the
Oh yeah.
police and teachers. Those unions are responsible for like 90% of everything that's wrong with the world these days.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
that's a bit of an overstatement, but they're responsible for a hell of a lot of things that are wrong with the world.
I won't say exactly what I want to say. Wait for 2 days on
Yes,
that
but
one,
we all
guys, and
know
then
what
we'll.
we're talking. We all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Filthy teachers unions.
Ugh. Like proper workers unions, for people who, especially for jobs that have a amount of risk, they're
Hmm.
really good for unions. Like
Yes, but bullshit jobs that probably shouldn't exist, like like teachers and police, who
honestly,
don't need unions.
a few years ago I was like, no, but we do need teachers. Now I'm like, how hard is it really to teach your own kid not to sniff glue?
Well, apparently that's a national crisis.
Yeah.
I mean, take one look at America. It's like, oh, but we need teachers. Like, well, you've got teachers. Take a look at the fucking kids they're putting out.
Mm. In Norway, public schooling is seen as much as a slight educational thing because nobody really believes in the education there anymore. But it's mostly for the social interactions. You do
Yeah,
develop
well,
social
that is
skills.
that is the that is the advantage of it. But so many downsides.
It is. One thing is certain.
The biggest problem is all this shit like No Child Left Behind and zero tolerance garbage.
Yeah. It better if they just had
Abs-
special ed, like a wider array of special ed.
well, that'd be nice. And like this is why I'm in favor of private schooling.
Mhm.
Yeah, you need the ability to throw out shitheads.
Yes.
That is crucial to the learning environment
Yeah,
because
because
that
consequences
was
have been
something.
removed from
Mm,
teaching for the
even
student.
before, yeah, even before consequences, though, it's just some idiots are going to benefit from being in public, let alone, let alone in school. But yeah, when I was in school, I remember many a time having morons playing up, getting in the way of those of us that were attempting to learn.
Oh yeah. I can still remember their autistic screeching.
Oh, I'm not even talking about the autistic screeching guys.
Oh no, this guy
But
wasn't autistic. He just screeched like it because he
oh,
thought it
it's
was
just
cool.
dickhead.
Oh yeah,
Oh, one of these proto attention seeking morons. Huh?
pretty much. It's kind of funny to see that most of the people who were absolute shitheads before, man, they've grown up in the best way. I'm proud of them actually.
Must be nice because here the shitheads just go on to fuck up life for the rest of us. What's really annoying though is that the dumbest cunts seem to get the nicest things. Turns out that being a sociopath and having no respect for human dignity works out well in the business environment.
Yeah, it's that predatory lifestyle, you know.
Yep.
Let's see.
Oh dear.
For real. Yeah, for real.
For real, for real.
But that's just life. I'm just
Yeah,
happy I
life
don't have
sucks and
to.
then you die.
Indeed. Honestly, I'm just going to. it- Just by second nature at this point, when my nephew gets to school, I'm going to be keeping an eye on that school like a hawk.
Yeah.
Just, most likely, just evil eyeing every single teacher I see. What flags
Yeah.
are you wearing? How do you speak? How do you move? What do you react to? Ooh,
Uh,
maybe do some microaggressions. Uh,
there's nothing, as the joke goes, Trim, there's nothing micro about my aggression.
exactly. Now, macroaggression, on the other hand, hello me. I skipped the micro
Indeed.
part years ago. We're in full macro right now.
uh,
Oh, but yeah, so I'm gonna be staring down every single one who, again, if I see a guy who even makes me suspicious, that guy's gonna get it.
Dave says the worst part having kids in school is dealing with the fucking teachers. Abso-fucking-lately.
There we go.
And Bleach has arrived
Oh,
and
hey,
says that
Bleach.
he blames Trim for what is going on in Zaire.
What is going on in
Yeah, Trim
Zaire?
designed that stupid flag, didn't he, Bleach?
What?
The one they only had for 2 years. Have you not been watching the videos, Trim?
Uh, what videos?
Ah, disappointing.
Oh, ooh, I am a disappointment.
Oh dear. But no, we're in our educational game. Turns out that Zaire changed its flag while the game was in development.
Ooh.
So they updated the flag in one place, but then didn't update it in another place that referenced it, so that they're describing the flag, and we're like, what the hell country had this flag? Because it in the in-game resources, it had a different flag for the country.
Oh, ay, ay, ay. So,
Yeah,
so it's at around the Rwandan area? I'm not good with geology,
pretty
sorry.
much.
Geography.
Close enough. You're probably not very good at geology either.
Oh, no. It's a rock. That's my answer.
It's not a. It's a rock. Okay, SpongeBob.
No, it's a mineral.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone seen Breaking Bad? I recommend it. Really good show.
Dave says he's glad his boy got his GED already. And Bleach says, don't fuck the teachers. That's how we end up with more of them. They breed like rabbits on crack.
Oh, man.
Well, you don't need to worry about that. Bleach, Dave's too old for him. To be fair, at this point, Dave's sons are too old for the average teacher. It's funny because it's true.
Gonna say anything there.
Oh, dear.
You can't hide behind me when Dave's coming for you. We call them
Uh,
all the little Australian shit. I can just hear it.
no, he'd agree.
Oh
The
yeah.
teachers are fettered evil creatures.
Oh yeah. I mean, they look like humans in to some extent, but I don't think they are.
Well, the ones that look like humans are the most dangerous ones because despite being capable of drawing the attention of approximately 96% of the male population, for some reason they choose to go for their bloody students.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest thing. Like, you look at them and go, but you could have like 90% of men on Earth, and you've chosen to go after a kid. Like the weird, creepy, fat dudes that get arrested for that kind of thing. Like they should all both sets should go in the chipper, but y- at, you get why the weird, creepy, fat dude did it
Yes.
because they're a weird, creepy, fat dude.
Yes, it is kind of what they're made of. It's what they're made for, and to be put in and made an example out of.
Yes. Bleach says the French also look like humans. Well, the old French.
Well,
The new French, not so much.
nah, it's easy to see them.
Dave agrees with me 100%. He was in the warehouse, apparently. No, that's all right, because Dave's at work.
Oh yeah.
Poor Dave.
Well, at least he has a good taste in audio distractions.
he he has good taste in YouTube, huh? I wish the same could be said for Trym. Sometimes after I upload a video, I'll go back to regular YouTube and accidentally be stuck in Trym's account. And then on the homepage, it's just fucking weird shit. It's VTubers and furries and
Wait,
all sorts of stuff.
bullshit. You lying sack of shit.
Which
Nice
part was I
try.
lying about?
I'm not denying VTubers, but furries, fuck you. Jesus. VTubers are okay,
Uh,
but furry, I take umbrage to those claims. I mean, I can't really deny watching VTubers. I'm kind of been doing that for years.
I know, but yeah, I'll click on the home tab, and then all of a sudden it's like 37 VTubers. I'm like, what the hell? And just crying, and my eyes start bleeding, and then I eventually check, and oh yeah, I'm logged into Trym's account still.
My algorithms, what happened?
Pow! Right in the algorithm.
I can just imagine the sigh of relief Besic makes when he realizes it's just mine.
Yeah. Which is funny because sometimes it auto plays in the background, so I'm sure Trim is occasionally getting this weird shit where it's like, what the hell's this? And it's something Basic watched. At least
Oh,
you'll be getting a superior taste in music.
so that why those kind of songs pops up. Huh.
That's why the good music pops up, Trim.
Yeah, it ain't Glory Hammer.
Well, it is Glory Hammer.
Oh, oh. Well, when we don't have too much of a difference in music taste, then good.
I'll watch Sledgehammer on repeat. That'll fix you.
Yeah, I like Sledgehammer.
I hope you're thinking of the same one I am, or it's going to be really weird later.
It's the one with the dude's face merging into different kind of stop motion thingies, right?
Yep, Peter Gabriel, the really old one.
Yep. Honestly, Basic, do we really need highlights?
Probably not too much, but you do need to look at the skin. It looks awfully flat.
Oh yeah, I haven't done the skin yet. I'll keep the option for that, but I'm gonna do the shading first. I think that actually might be all we need.
Okay, yeah, that might be it. You just need a bit of texture in there.
Yes. And I might have a trick to add even more texture. Can you stop? Can you stop with that bullshit?
Mellox seems to be very confused.
The dude?
But dude, question marks. F you.
What? Yeah, now I'm confused.
Yeah.
Melux cast confusion. Everyone's confused. Super effective.
Yeah.
uh,
Supreme confusion, go.
do 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 do. See. Eh, eh, eh. Oh, okay. Okay, Melix, you need to remember something. When it comes to names of anyone I don't meet on a regular basis, I do
You have to
not.
understand that Trim barely remembers his own name.
Nice try. Uh,
Am I wrong? Are you sure I'm wrong though?
shut up. That was a hint to make you shut up, dude. Don't call me out, dick.
Stream called out live
No,
4K 2025.
no, I've been exposed. Uh, well,
Uh,
I've triggered Melux. Hmm.
yeah,
I remember more about the. It's what they do, write, and make that I remember. And if I
yeah.
really, really like it, it sticks. Like, for example, Jim Butcher. Though I know that's just a pen name, I don't know his real name. But I know
Who
I.
cares?
Exactly. I.
Uh, I don't give a damn about authors' real names because why would you want to put your real name out there? But I will tell you one thing for sure though: if I see initial surname, I assume it's a woman,
Yes.
and that's usually accurate. And you can usually tell. Like anyone who tells you that men and women don't think differently is delusional because
Basic, are
you
you
can.
saying that women and men are biological different on the most small on the smallest level possible?
Yes, because you can tell if a book's being written by a man or a woman.
Yep.
Because there's something about I'm just the voice that the author uses that immediately can makes you think, oh yeah, a woman's writing this. Because nearly all female authors write that there's just something about the voice that's being used, and obviously I don't mean a literal voice, but
Yeah, the
the voice
way it's
used in.
written, right?
Yeah, there's something about the way it's written that immediately goes, ah, this was engendered by the female mind.
Mhm.
Because women just innately understand and use language differently to men. And
I mean, just look at the shonen, even shonen stories like Full Metal Alchemist. That was written by a woman.
yeah,
Classic show, though.
yeah, yeah. You want to see the female mind on full display, though, you go read out something by Clamp, and then you get a couple of chapters in and go, nah, two women. Too many women.
Depends on what kind of woman too, because women they write either the most emotional, sappy shit you can find, or they enter levels of fucked up that just makes you wonder what the hell is wrong with these people.
Or in the case of Clamp, both.
Oh dear God!
For the
Wait,
record, that is the name of the group that did Captain Sakura and the Assorted Universe that that's part
ew!
of.
Oh no,
Yes. Remember that on Saturday morning TV?
we didn't have that. We didn't have much.
Trym didn't have Saturday morning TV. Trym was deprived of the
We
true
had
childhood of
Saturday
a
morning
millennial.
TV. I mean, we didn't have Saturday morning TV. So we did have that, but we didn't have that card capture Sakura. We had well,
Okay,
Pokemon.
fair enough. Yeah, well, same difference. But yeah, same genre.
And
Same
a
type of
lot of
media.
He-Man.
Yeah. He-Man was good fun.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah,
also,
Saturday morning cartoons. That's how you know if someone's a millennial. If they remember Saturday morning cartoons.
yep. And I also remember at like you know when you have those tiny flashes of memory in your brain, you're not quite sure if they're real or not, but you're certain that it has happened. Like
Yeah.
memories from when you were 4 or some shit.
Mm.
You're not sure they happened, but you're pretty sure that it could have happened. And I still remember having watched G1 Transformers recorded VHS videos
Nice.
from one of my uncle's friends while we were visiting there. I think my parents were just helping out with something, moving or some shit. And I don't remember the voices. I just remember like the raggedy fucking metal sounds they did with the vocoding back in the day.
uh,
Megatron beating up Optimus Prime while just doing the muhaha part. That was cool.
yeah, I'm sure you enjoyed watching Megatron beat off Optimus Prime.
Yeah, shut up. You always gotta ruin something.
You're welcome.
Uh,
Uh,
language sucks. I hate speaking. Do not fear, Prime is here. Rescue me, Prime.
hello, Prime.
I'm being harassed by an Australian.
Did you want something?
Huh?
You said Australian.
Yes, I'm being
Also, has
harassed.
your screen frozen again?
I'm so tired of this bullshit. Wiggle, we're back. Woo!
Woo!
Uh, hey, well done, Prime. Then enjoy the well-deserved pizza.
Ooh, pizza.
Yeah, just watch out for fairies. They have a tendency of going after that pizza.
Well, what kind of pizza? Because you need to be very careful. Because Jim gets very butthurt about pizza, apparently.
Hawaiian.
Uh,
The funny part about Hawaiian pizza is that you're triggering 3 groups in one go.
yes.
You're triggering Hawaiian people, you're triggering Italian people, and then just general pizza lovers.
Yep. It definitely seems to be a geographical thing, though. Like in Australia, pineapple on pizza isn't a big controversy like it is in other countries.
Yep.
But part of that's probably due to the climate and like a nice juicy tart fruit on it.
Yeah, I mean, I get why people will be against it, but if you use the right dressings, the right spices, and you
Yeah.
salted it properly,
It
mm,
you don't even need to go that far. It's just a nice bit of fruit.
yeah. Like if you can roast a banana, you can roast a pineapple.
And you don't even roast it. It doesn't get roasted when you cook it on pizza because the water content of the pineapple's so high. It doesn't boil off well in the time it takes to pizzafy it.
Mm. This one dude I knew, he liked to. Oh no, it did it again.
So
What you
do
kindly
not
try?
redeem. Do not redeem.
Do not redeem. Do not redeem. Okay, it should work now, right? Everything works. It zooms, it bops and baps. You see a monkey?
Not the monkey.
Everything but the
Yeah,
monkey.
I see a monkey.
Good.
Do the monkey dance.
Da, 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 da. God, I love Johnny Bravo. That's such a good show.
That's funny because I couldn't stand him.
Oh, come on. Do the monkey river. I watched it
But I
in
mean, there
both.
were some good parts, but
Oh, yeah. I watched it in both Norwegian and English.
interesting.
Oh, yeah. It's honestly Cartoon Network and Fox Kids are a lot of the reasons that made me learn English because when I was young and watched it,
And
I didn't.
dinosaurs roamed the earth. Yes.
Yes, back in the olden day when magic still abounded, and we used to walk 10,000 miles just to get to
To
school.
school
Yes.
uphill in the snow both ways.
and had to fight bears with our with our fists and eyes. Yes, you had to use your eyeballs to fight bears. But yeah, back in the ancient olden days of when I was a wee lad, uh, I started noticing that the lips didn't quite fit the speech at all.
Yep. Oh, fucking Pokemon was horrific for that.
Oh yeah, it started getting more and more annoying, and
Oh god, you want to see an abysmal dub trim?
uh, give me an example.
Speed Racer in English.
Oh, dude, I've seen that shit. Oh god. Wait, didn't he just like shoot a bunch of people? Like the old Speed Racer cartoon, the dude was fucking savage.
Oh yeah, yeah. There was a savage cartoon, but the dub was awful.
Oh yeah. Ha 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 ha. Ha.
Yeah. Prime says he hasn't heard my opinion on his Aussie Booby song. Well, the problem with your Aussie Booby song is aren't any. We don't have that kind of booby in Australia. So it's a funny song. I mean, but it'd be so much better if the bird actually existed in Australia.
Hmm. And here's the
That's
thing, you
that's my issue with it.
here's the thing. You said bird and booby, and considering the way your accent and slang works, I'm still not sure you actually meant a woman or a bird, actual bird.
You know what? It makes it even better. We do not have the avian boobies here.
Well, crikey, we our birds don't have much boobs, but many boobies. But at least we didn't have any of that birds with those boobies.
No, we don't have any blue-footed boobies here.
Oh Lord.
Indeed.
Yeah. Also, I saw a
It's
clip
quite
of.
funny.
I just remember I saw a clip of Steve Irwin. I think yesterday or the day before.
Yeah.
Time is a difficult concept. Anyway, he was holding a python and saying, "Oh, this thing won't bite. This thing won't bite." The first thing that
Snap.
snake did was just lean slow and close into his neck and then bite him. And Steve Irving's first reaction was just apologize for getting bitten by a snake on live television.
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
treasure.
Yeah. National treasure.
Oh
National
yeah.
icon.
Oh yeah. Him and Ned Kelly.
I like
Hmm?
one, possibly two bin chicken songs.
What? I didn't hear what you said.
The bin chicken songs, Trim.
Oh, bin chicken.
Yes, bin chicken. It's a chicken in a bin. Or
Nice.
rather, it's a species. It's not a chicken, but it is in a bin.
Is this like one of those redbacks on the toilet kind of things?
No, not quite. It's fuck. What's the stupid thing called again? It's just stuck in my brain's only got bin chicken now.
When you say
Fuck. It's
bin
a type
chicken,
of
I
bird.
keep thinking of John Cena saying Bing chicken.
Ibis. That stupid fucking thing. That's it. Y- Yeah. So we have ibises here, and learnt to steal shit out of bins.
Oh.
So they couldn't. They're now colloquially known as the bin chicken.
Oh, right. Those vulture-like things, right? Or no, how did they look like again? I know what you mean. It's just that they look. How did they look?
I don't know if I'd call them vulture-like, but
Incredibly disgusting looking.
no, you might be thinking of that would be the turkeys.
Ah,
They're not really a nuisance here, Primes. We like them. There's a reason we gave them an adorable name.
yeah. Now seagulls,
Instead
on the
of
other hand.
Murder Fucker 3000, like we give to the crows.
Yeah. Or your national enemy, the emus.
Yeah, which is funny because the fucking cassowary exists.
Yeah, I mean, you can't even consider them an enemy because if you can't beat the emus, how do you have a chance, snowball's
Yeah,
chance in hell against cassowaries?
exactly. Fucking cassowaries, man.
Yeah.
Those
And
things are vicious.
yeah, I've seen videos like a dude holding up a metal fucking shield and the thing just charging him and kicking it. And not just a
Yeah.
kick, it's like a full on drop kick. Cassowaries
Hmm.
are fucking scary, dude. It's like,
Yeah. Uh, yeah. Dave says all things considered, getting into the trash is really low on the nuisance tier list in Australia. Yeah, pretty much. Like, funnily enough, things getting into the trash isn't as much of a problem in Australia as like Americans might think, because we don't have many things with thumbs here.
raccoons.
Or, or yeah, we don't have raccoons or bears.
Mm.
So things getting into the bins isn't as much of a problem as long as you shut the bloody thing properly.
But what about those demonic looking coconut crabs? If I saw one of those
No.
on my garbage bin, I'd light that thing on fire for good
Yeah, that's
measure.
fair. Which is funny because they're completely harmless.
Really?
Yeah.
I weren't they like aggressive? Or are they harmless in
Right.
In Australian standards?
Definitely harmless in Australian standards, but I'm not sure they even really have pincers to the same. They don't have pincers that are in line with their body size.
Their pincers are massive and can crack open coconut shells, dude.
Yeah. I might be thinking of a different kind of crab then that's even bigger.
Oh. Yeah, I'm never going to Australia, dude. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
no.
that's fair. I'd never go to Australia if I could avoid them.
Very true. When the country's inhabitants doesn't want to be there, I definitely don't want to be there. Which is why I'm never, ever,
Yeah.
ever going to North Korea.
Yeah, that's probably a good choice.
Yep.
Yeah, then again, it could be worse. There are worse things than North Korea, like England.
Or France.
Yeah, but France has always been horrific.
True, true.
Isn't that right, Bleach?
I mean, the greatest victory France did against the world was forcing the metric system on us. They might have lost every single war they've been in, but I think they won the long con.
Oh, it's fucking Napoleon. It's spread. I think it's spread in his time while he was off being a a git around the world.
Was a
Just
kid
be
around the
grateful that
world.
Hitler. Yeah, just be grateful that fucking uh that Napoleon didn't have the fucking steam engine.
Ooh.
So this,
Oh yeah, he might actually have won then.
well,
Or it's
no.
not actually a
You
full-on
you you
victory.
remember that Austrian dude who got rejected from art school, Trim?
Yeah?
There's a possibility that Napoleon was actually more evil.
Really?
Yep. D think, Napoleon killed a comparable amount of people without access to radios and a massive train network.
Hmm. So once again, French do evil just better. Oh shit, that
Yes.
explains the Belgians.
There's no explaining the Belgians.
Theoretical. My theoretical explanation of the Belgians.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what? I think I'm just gonna keep the
Belgium's a weird
faith.
place.
It is scary too.
Yeah. Even worse, it's full of Belgians.
Who would want that?
Strange, strange place it is.
It is horrifically mutated, malformed. Maybe a few of them can be saved, but 1 in a million.
Yeah, but even they're a bit crazy.
Yeah. But I think they
Oh,
mean
Mel
well.
survived.
She has
a,
survived.
a car trip in Swedanistan.
Yeah, where hand grenades happen every now and then.
Hmm. Yeah, hopefully they're nowhere near that particular part of Sweden.
Right.
Oh, Bleach. Bleach says you have to hand it to the Belgians. They knew how to get the best out of the workers. Oh, you motherfucker. That's good.
That's
Every
so
time.
that's so good on so many
Every
levels.
time. And every time it's hilarious.
Yes. All right, give Bleach a s- fuck.
Give
Give
him
him a
a
hand.
give him a hand.
Yes.
Uh,
Let's see. This.
so here's one for you, Trim, that you might not be familiar with.
Hmm?
So you've just twigged on that in English there are several connotations of the phrase "give me a hand."
Yep.
For normal people, there's two of them. There's give him a hand, which means give him a round of applause, and then there's give me a hand, help. So if you want to be a sarcastic little wanker, if someone says give me a hand, just it's like no, help me, white fuckhead. Oh well, you should.
Uh,
And that's how you to be a sarcastic little wanker.
give me a hand. You just lightly lay your hand on the shoulders, like, okay.
uh,
Ah, yes, the gums are there. Sarcasm is fun until you go a little bit too far. Then
mm,
it's hilarious.
yeah. Well, yeah, sarcasm's harmless. So when people get upset, it's just funny.
Oh
It's like,
yeah.
ah,
Oh no, whatever shall I do? I angered him. Let's. The best part is when you clearly pass the point of no return and just let's just see how far we can go.
yep, just come in.
Yep, we have clearly passed the point of no return. Let's see how far we can go.
Prime says, give me the screwdriver, son. My drink, not the tool, dumbass.
Uh,
Uh, well, just make sure you don't ask him for a screw, Prime, or you'll get into some serious trouble.
which kind of country has that problem most common?
France. It's always France.
It is.
De-
If it's any form of disgusting or degeneracy, like when you make Japan look relatively chill, then oh boy.
well, remember, France took a child molester and made them first lady.
Have you heard about the thing known as TMI, Pesach? There's simply some things I don't want to know. I'm having issues when I go to work, and every time I see more French people, like, God damn it! Now I have to pretend to be
It's
nice.
working.
Like so many people. Whenever the Jeets arrive, Indians arrive, I have this. Oh God, because it happens every time. I started noticing so much shit because they always bring. They always try to bring their own food.
That's right, Dave. I was referring to the dude that's pegging Macron. Referred to as its wife.
Wait, so Macron is doing an Obama?
No, yeah, it's even worse
Oh no.
because Macron's pegging partner is used to be Macron's teacher.
Oh shit. That's right. Oh, he had a granny fetish.
But instead of putting the bitch in prison,
He, oh no.
because apparently that's just socially acceptable in France.
Yeah. America should take over the world and enforce the imperial system.
Look, I still think that if when once we restore England to its glory, we should invade France again. Just on the principle of the thing.
Hey, drop by Norway and say hello. Maybe we can make some kind of alliance with them.
Return the favor.
As the first one to get back on its legs helps the other. Okay.
Yep, sounds like a deal.
Yep, I'm in.
Reinstate the British Empire and then invade France.
Yes. Get back some of the proper and old Nordic genes.
Exactly, Dave. Well, that's the reason that France doesn't mind the new French, because being a bunch of
Hmm.
touchy, rapey bastards has always been a national sport.
Yeah. And I mean, it's a certain ideology started off in that hellhole, so it kind of goes full
Mm.
circle.
But even putting that aside, like, there's a reason Pepe Le Pew is an annoying little sex pest,
Yep,
because he's based on French stereotypes.
actual French people. The funny
Yep.
thing is, I watched Pepe Le
Well,
Pew and thought every
actual
Frenchman was.
French, not necessarily solely people.
Yeah, but I did take the lessons from Looney Tunes and just imagined every single French guy was like that. And you know how you ask
Yeah.
your parents when there's like, oh, are old people like that as a kid? When I asked about Pepe Le
And,
Pew, my mom just like, yeah, just don't talk to any French people.
yeah. Well, the worst thing about talking to French people is they might share their ideas, and their ideas are all reprehensible.
Oh boy. And they
Yeah.
become even worse when the German actually a German agrees to it and tries his hand at it. Because then you have the industrial cloud of the German mixed with French, whatever the
Hmm.
fuckery.
And they're freaking Germans. There is nothing Germans like more than following rules, even
Yeah.
if that rule is inherently detrimental to them.
Oh yeah. Weimar, anyone?
Yep. If you made a rule that said every Frenchman had to sell his grandmother, they'd do it. Every German. The Frenchmen are, well, they'd pull a Macron.
Marry their marry their grandmothers.
Yeah,
Uh,
why not? They're French.
uh, what else is new? I wouldn't be surprised anymore.
Uh,
Let's see. So how long have we been streaming for? I don't. The screen keeps freeze whenever I change window, so I'm just keeping to the window,
mm,
to the OBS window.
we've been streaming for about an hour 15.
All right. Then I'm pretty much keeping good time at the moment.
Yes.
Me too.
I'm looking forward to this artwork being done.
Yep, should have been done a while ago, but dying has its price.
Yeah.
Really inconvenient too, by the way.
You're telling me.
Oh, you know what else is inconvenient?
The French.
Well, okay, aside from the French, but this is actually equally as annoying as the French, and it comes from Japan. Do you know what I'm not fucking doing in June?
The French?
Oh, I'm never fucking doing a France. Holy shit. Ew. Ew. Bezek. I don't
I
do
have no idea.
bestiality, you sick bastard.
I don't know what you're referring to.
I'm not getting a Nintendo Switch, despite being a disgusting fan of Legend of Zelda, to the
And
point of
yes, a
fanatism.
disgusting Nintendo fanboy, yeah.
Not anymore. Honestly, just Zelda, always have been. But
Yeah.
even if there's a new game even if it would be a new game on launch, I'm not fucking getting it because I am not paying 6K Norwegian for that. It's just not
Yeah, it's
worth
an
it.
ungodly amount, isn't it?
Yeah, it's disgusting, dude. I just, there's no way
Uh,
for me to justify that price.
Yeah. Yeah, it's what's ridiculous is that it's being sold cheaper in Japan, and I don't just mean we don't have to ship it internationally cheaper. Trim?
Yeah, I know. Sorry, just being annoyed.
Okay, fair enough.
It's yeah.
But
because there's a few things I like about it. For example, I hate playing first-person shooters or shooters in general on console.
Oh
But
fuck, I hate.
yeah, but oh god, it froze again. Give me a second. There we go. Okay. So the fuck, what was I? Yeah, they have a lot of gimmick shit which doesn't make sense, like their chat button instead of just adding
You mean the
Discord.
chat button that you have to pay for their online service to use?
Oh god, it's so retarded. How about you just add a goddamn Discord app on your fucking thingy? But no, gotta be fucking weird. That aside, they have a good idea when making one of the being able to turn one of the one of the controllers into a mouse, which would make
Hmm.
targeting a lot easier. So I
Yeah, it
like
could
that.
make shooting easier.
Yeah, I really like that. Unfortunately, everything else can go fuck itself
Suck a fat
brutally.
one.
Yeah, well, yeah, let's go. Yeah, it can fuck off. Fuck off a bridge, fall down, and then fuck off further down, and then hit the valley floor like a speeding train.
Yeah, Dave says he picked up Schedule 1 last night. His son and him are going into business. Trim and I were talking about adding it to our roster,
Yeah,
but it's pricey. It's pricey for an early access game.
yeah. Though I was thinking about looking at the demo, but we can probably do that when I get back home from work.
Potentially, yes.
Yeah.
Because, of course, someone has to go work for a living. Ugh.
Yeah, this whole thing, I need money to live, money to eat, money to pay my bills, and money to pay my fucking taxes. Because, yeah,
Fuck
you need.
taxes.
Yes, oh, we taxes. Woohoo!
Taxes are, are French. Gay and
Yes,
French.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they invented it. At least they're the ones who've overdone it more. Well,
Prime says they need Neko disco stickers. Make them, yes. We'll have to disco about matching. I think.
yeah, you both have my permission to use my art for merch. And if you
You
ever
should
start
probably
making
clarify that. Otherwise, I will accidentally merch all your art.
all Sultans related art. And should you start making some real money, I would like a little bit of it, but that's something we can talk about in the future. But if you make like just a little bit, go ahead, dude. You kind of fucking
Yes,
need it.
there you go. We will. Go set up the Sultans merch store again, and we'll start selling disco stickers.
Yes. Look at it. Look at her. Don't.
Dave says, "Yeah, it's a bit steep for what it is."
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of these early access games keep taking the piss. Like, which one is it? Manor Lords. I wasn't going to get into Manor Lords for $40 for an early access game that didn't have production caps, or because it's a management game. It didn't have production caps, so it's like, so you don't even have one of the most basic features of the genre, and you're selling the game for $40 Australian for early access, and then the assholes raise it to $60, at which point I'm like, go fuck yourselves.
Yeah. Why even fucking bother when they don't?
Exactly.
So then we do the only
But
thing we should and can do. Fuck it.
yeah, do not reward stupid pricing.
Yeah. And do not reward corporate greed to that level, because fuck those
Yeah.
guys.
I don't think it's even corporate greed, it's just regular greed. But no, I'm not paying fucking 40 or $60 for a friggin' early access game.
Yeah. And I'm not paying $80 for a game that doesn't even have a physical fucking copy in it. It's just a what do you know what it does, that virtual card thing?
Yes, I watched some videos on it. It's absolute bullshit.
Oh yeah, the card is the download primer for the game that gets downloaded to your fucking Switch. Then it be later after that becomes the fucking trigger in order to activate the game.
It's literally just it's a literal physical DRM dongle like they used to have in the 80s, Trim. That's what it is.
Exactly that. It is disgusting.
Hmm.
So I'm not gonna touch that shit until they fucking get their act together. And if that means I have to
Good.
skip a few games, then so fucking be it.
Yeah.
Hell, I was even kind
Well,
of
these
excited for
corporations need to be fucking taught a lesson.
yeah, and I was excited for the Donkey Kong game too. Looks really cool,
Mm.
but I'm not touching it until they get their shit together.
Yeah, they've pissed off a lot of their customers
Yeah, a
just by
lot.
being greedy idiots.
Yeah, a lot of people I know who these people were more diehard Nintendo fans than me. Even they is like have decided to not even touch this shit with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah.
Kind of funny too, because you have a lot of the most interesting thing is there's a fair few of the bootlickers for Nintendo, right?
Yep.
And I am surprised by the amount of like Nintendo fanboys who basically go against, be like, yeah, I'm not buying this. Yeah, I'm not buying this. In some ways, at
Yeah.
least in my feed, there's more of them than there are of the sycophants.
That's good.
Mm,
These corporations need to be taught a fucking lesson.
yeah,
Like, it's already at the point where AAA games are selling for like $120 in Australia. It's like, kiss my fucking ass.
yeah. It's fucking that is governmental levels of scummy.
Yeah. But what they don't realize is that I can just hold off. And the only thing it costs me is saving money, which isn't a value proposition that works out for the corporation.
No,
You mean by doing absolutely nothing, I can save money and fuck with you?
that is the easiest thing ever. Yes. And here's another thing. We have a backlog and we have also emulators. So if I get really desperate for a game I want, I would do something I can't say on YouTube.
Yes, lawyers.
Exactly. Theoretically, in a hypothetical world, that would never happen.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Fuck Ubisoft. Bunch of
Ah,
cunts.
burn in hell. I've heard that the Tencent deal isn't working out for them.
Good.
They are
Fuck
getting,
them.
yeah, they are just getting progressively more and more fucked as time passes, and I'm all for it.
Well, freaking Louisiana Swamp Simulator launched, and I think it hit 1,600 peak players.
Yes. Oh God, no, no. Its peak was 1,400.
Oh, 1,400. That's even better.
Yeah. God, that's so satisfying. That
Hmm.
I think that game was a all hands on deck game by the SBI group, and it
Hmm.
failed so hard, and they are seething so hard. And the best part
Are they
is,
coping and seething, Trim?
oh yeah, they can't even express what they're feeling. I know I misquoted the song, but fuck it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it is delicious, and the best part is the strongest criticism is against the game's writing and characters. And guess which part of the game the SBI leader was most involved with?
Funnily enough, the writing and characters.
Yes.
But it doesn't go in its favor that it's this cell shaded trash.
Uh, like
I'm
it
so
could
like
you
cell shading was never great, and now it's just tired and fucking irrelevant.
the only way you can make it work if you do it in a way that because I guess the art style was going for more of the stop motion feel, which could be really nice, but it just
No,
wasn't
the art
done
style was
properly.
going for garbage because it's that cell shaded crap,
Yeah.
like those old story games from the developer I can't remember all just frigging
I think I
uh
know what you mean.
cell shading, and it's just so ugly. Like it was never good to start with, and this game is particularly hideous.
Yeah. Are you talking about the Walking Dead game? Telltale?
Yes,
Yes.
Telltale. Yes,
Yes.
the cell shading from Telltale was fucking mediocre as shit to start with.
Yeah.
It's
Eh,
never been a good look for me, anyway.
I'm a bit positively inclined towards the first two. Well, mostly the first
Y-
uh
Yeah, but my
Telltale
issue is
game.
entirely the cell shading style because it just looks like crap in 3D.
It's cheap. Honestly, it's just cheap.
Yes, that's all what it is. It's cheap on the artists and cheap on resources to run it.
Yep. So
Like,
I
but and it just doesn't work for 3D. Cannot stand in 3D. You want actually there was one game it's worked in. Like what is it like VIII or something? It
yeah.
it was actually in like an action shooter game in 3D, but it was designed to look like you were playing a comic book.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, there's one other cell shaded game which well, technically two, but that's because it's a Zelda game, and it's by far not the most prettiest one. But that aside, the one cell shaded game I think looks really good is leaning into the cartoon aesthetic, and that is Transformers Devastation.
That might work.
Yeah,
Prime points out Borderlands. Yeah, no, I'll include Borderlands.
yeah. Oh,
Borderlands art looks okay, but despite the fact that it's cell shaded.
yes. Also, the charm of the main characters help out too.
Yes.
Because here's the thing, you might have if you have a mediocre or bad art style, if your character is good, like in my case of The Walking Dead, right? The
Mm,
design isn't good in any kind of way. It's mid at best. But because I enjoyed the story and characters of the first season, I'm really positively inclined towards it and become less
yeah.
willing to judge its art
Well,
style.
that's one thing that developers don't seem to understand, and that's possibly because the so-called critics don't understand is that story is more important than graphics.
Yes,
You can
always.
have okay graphics as long as you've got a good story or good gameplay. Like, take a look at friggin' Prison Architect before it was purchased by Fuck You Soft.
Yeah.
What is it? Paradox. Yeah, Paradox fucking DLC. Yeah, Parad DLC Interactive. That's it, what we'll call it.
Yeah.
Scummy DLC Interactive.
Oh, I hate
It
them.
had a ridiculously simplistic art style, but was really, really popular because the game mechanics were so solid.
Mm.
And
Hell, I agree with you on the cell shaded because hell, two other of my favorite Zelda games are made with cell shading. Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, and both of them
mm,
are far from the best looking Zelda games.
yeah,
They're
and
good,
just
but the designs are less than what they could be.
yeah, it's laziness. It's cheap and lazy, like you say. But
Yeah,
I've just never liked it. Even that aside, I just don't like it.
which is fair. I think it also helps on processing too, because Switch was never the most powerful thing, and it
Mm,
kind of makes sense when they needed that in order to make the massive
yeah, which
world
is
there.
fair enough. Fair enough. Like that's understandable, but yeah, it's just ugly. Just can't stand. It. But
Yeah.
even on the whole, cell shading is ugly thing. South of Louisiana, or whatever the fuck it was, the character designs were just so ugly.
Yeah. Oh, you couldn't even. Yeah, it's just disgusting, and I'm so happy it flopped because it just
Oh, me too.
vindicates what we've been saying all this time. They can't. These ideologues cannot make art. They don't have it
Yeah.
in them. They lack the
I will
soul.
also note that there is a difference between a simplistic art style like Rimworld or Prison Architect and an ugly art style. Simplistic's fine, but and you can work around that with other forms of art like storytelling, game mechanics,
Mhm.
but ugly art you can't do anything with. And South of Midnight is just ugly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's basically it. You will
Yeah.
hear no fucking
Yeah, Valheim as well.
words from it.
Valheim's got simplistic graphics. The game's only like a gig and a half, but they put a lot of effort into just making it look so nice. Like the skybox is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's
Love the
what
skybox.
Valheim looks like is you know the mind image you have of the PlayStation 1 games?
Yep.
Yeah, the idealized vision. That is exactly what I get from Valheim. I just
Yeah.
love how it's designed. That is good fucking use of old retro tech and style.
Yeah, and it's also a good use of resources. It's an incredibly light game comparatively. Like fucking Ark, the dinosaur games. That's like 150, 200 fucking gig. And it's got no reason to be that big. It's just because the developer's a lazy idiot who can't be bothered to optimize his shit.
Mm. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to get
Uh,
back to Valheim.
yes. Well, hopefully we can sort a server out soon, and
Yeah,
when the other thing's done, we can get it cracking.
hell yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out what we're going to do about you being inconvenient and fucking off.
Well, we did consider the camera, so despite technological limitations, we can still try a test run.
Yes, but I mean you fucking off, not the your character in the
Oh,
game.
right. Yeah.
That
Mm.
yeah, it makes it interesting to run a
Yeah,
schedule,
it
doesn't
does.
it? But between you and Bleach,
Uh,
oh dear. But, I mean, it is what it is. But
yeah.
grumbles in scheduling conflicts.
Yeah. Time. It's a bitch.
Yep. And never shall the two of you be free in the same amount of it.
Use me? Said Bleach, insulted.
He,
Thou
he's
dare it?
only angry because it's true.
Yeah. Thou darest besmirch at my good name, sir? Have at thee!
Well, Bleach also does inconvenient things like needing to go to work to afford to eat.
Yeah. How dare we, Bleach? How dare we?
Yeah, how dare you?
How
Don't you?
dare you?
Oh, don't you start.
Uh,
Uh,
let's see.
Bleach says he just wants to rob banks.
Uh,
Does the Federal Reserve count?
don't tempt him. You know he'd do it. You know it's he already has a plan. I'm sure of it.
I'm sure he is too.
You know, I have
Well, says Bleach.
see, it's like fuck. What is it? 50% of all American men have a plan for the Federal Reserve in one form or another
Yep. He
I'm
says he
a
can't give the highlights 2025. No spoilers, he
yep.
says.
This is a trailer, ladies and gentlemen. Look forward to, to more content. Hmm.
Uh,
It's not even the worst part because that would be interesting.
yep.
Do.
Mm,
Oh, we're getting close to finishing here. I have,
excellent.
yeah,
Then we can ship it off to Disco.
yes, and she can work her disco magic. I was trying to make it with a disco
Uh,
rhythm, but then again, you need to have rhythm to,
Yes.
And now my brain has
Uh,
for the last what 10 minutes, the song Macho Man has been going in my brain, and since I've been
macho man.
yeah, and because I've been working on the monkey here. Oh, of course the screen froze. Give me a second. And we're back after my second. So yeah, I have the song Macho Man stuck in my brain, but because I've been working on Monkey's character, it's become Monkey Man.
Monkey
Monkey
man.
Man. Uh,
Primed.
yeah, there you go. Primed. Your calling, your destiny.
You have been summoned.
Doth thou accept this quest so dire?
Uh,
Yeah, I know. Stream dead because OBS is gay.
More like the capture cards game. And between the capture card and OBS.
Yeah,
Ah, fucking technology, man. Fucking
yeah.
technology.
OBS crashed like hard. It did such a hard crash that it made my computer slow down.
Oh, that's great, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Again, I don't know what I did to insult the gods of technology, but apparently they got it out for me still.
Yeah. Well, you a fucking. What did you do in a past life? Murder an IBM or something?
Maybe I lit a fire in an electrical store. Fucked if I know, but I've been willing to open for a dialogue for a long time, but they never answer, no matter how much incense I use.
Oh, LGM's here. Hello, sir.
What's up?
He had a nap and missed it. Well, Trim decided to do a gorilla stream.
Yep, and I'm not done yet, so we still have some time to sit here and spurg on about things.
Yep.
And we've only been going for like 1 hour 40 minutes? Question mark.
Something like that.
Yeah, so we still have some time left. I intend to finish this now today, so that I don't have to have any
Excellent.
hints at it during other streams and talks.
So you don't get yelled at later.
That's a nice way of putting it, yeah. Trim, where's the art, Trim? What's the thingy, Trim? It's like, yeah.
Hey, Trim, you know that thing we need for Saturday that you've been working on for 3 weeks?
Haha, he still thinks it's only 3 weeks instead of 6 months. What? 6 weeks, I mean.
I remember when I gave you the job.
Yeah.
You did.
Why do you remember things?
uh,
Stop.
it's a curse on my existence. I remember many a thing I would like to forget.
Yeah, like taxes and incentive,
Women.
mm, voting. What? Of course, that being
I'm forced to
said,
remember voting.
yeah, like Australian style voting sucks. Like I respect people who want to vote, but on the caveat that if they don't vote, then don't come bitching to me about politics. That's
Yeah.
something I always say. But
Well, take a look at how fucked America is without mandatory voting. Now
yeah,
imagine if everyone was forced to go pick someone.
yeah. And that is why whenever an Australian bitch about politics, I'll let them bitch about it because they have the worst way of not being able to vote. So yeah,
Yeah, well,
you
that's it.
guys,
We were forced to vote, so we get to bitch about politics.
yeah, because you shouldn't be forced to frickin' vote. That is just no, just
No,
no.
uh, but the fact that I'm required to go to a specific place at a specific time to do a specific thing by the government, it's repugnant to human rights, in my opinion.
Yeah. Again, not voting is kind of voting in itself. It sends a message that nothing here is good enough for you to actually use your vote on.
Besides, if voting actually mattered, we won't be allowed to do it.
True.
And here's the thing: like Australia's elections are run in such a way that you can be certain that the results are exactly as cast, which unfortunately means that 80% of Australians are in fact that stupid.
Yeah. I am kind of interested in seeing how our election goes.
I wish our elections were faked because then that'd mean that I wasn't surrounded by morons.
Mm. Yeah. It'll be interesting seeing how our next is. Is it fuck, is it this November that's our election year or is it next year?
Mm. Mine are this next month
Yeah.
on a Saturday. So Sultans is going to have a bit of trouble because
Mm.
unfortunately for chat, doing what maybe 15 to 17 hours of work at $30 an hour plus overtime is worth far more than they can afford.
Yeah. So
So yes, I'm
we'll
going to take the $500 to $700 for a day's work.
yeah,
So we might just schedule the stream a couple of hours late that day or something.
I can live with that.
Because in theory, I'm supposed to finish at 11, which the stream now starts at 11. Fuck you, daylight savings.
Mm. Hey, it'll be easier on the Americans.
Yeah,
Not so
well, that's
much on
true.
you though.
But yeah, yeah. So probably we'll just set it back an hour or two.
Yeah.
Because that'll mean I can come in and run it.
Yep.
Very sleepy Bezit can come in and run it.
I mean, that's not the first time you've done that before.
No. Oh yeah,
I mean, are you
it's fun.
isn't sleep deprived your just daily mode at this point?
Yeah, my default, yeah. Yeah,
That
pretty
does it.
much.
And I'm starting to feel it too because I have too many friends who have a non-existent sleeping schedule or day rhythm.
Yeah.
Like Robert, I
I would
love
like
you,
to
but
point out that it is nearly 3 a.m.
yeah. And to me, it's 6:45 p.m.
A nice, reasonable hour.
Yep. And nobody notices that I've mastered the art of PM and AM. Haha. I know it wasn't
Yes.
that is expected of normal people, but fuck it, it's big for me. Okay, it's a big thing for me. It's
Tell Trim 4 p.m. and he shows up at 1400 going, "Where the fuck are you, dickhead?" Well,
that
Trim.
that only happened twice. Okay, okay, three times, but no
Uh,
more than that.
Dave says, one of these days he'll be retired, then he can stream more. Yeah. Well, Trim and I are millennials. We don't get to retire.
Oh, or no,
Although they're
actually,
not going to they're not going to have pensions for us when we're old.
I have a
They're already
fortunate
working on getting rid of them.
dude. I lucked the fuck out actually. When it came to that. Of course, that means I have to work on my new job, on my current job until, well, I go off with a pension, which I mean could have been worse. Let's be honest. Uh, but I managed to get a full-time hire within the time before they fucked up the pension system. Meaning,
Hmm.
I'm getting the same kind of pension system that sailors do, and it's still that's actually pretty decent.
Yeah,
I can leave.
the fact that you've got different pension systems is crazy to me.
You don't?
But you think that that's gonna last?
Oh, it's not gonna give me anything. Well, actually, it's gonna give me a lot compared to what people after me will get, but
Yeah,
it's
Trim,
gonna give me a little extra.
if you think they're going to hold to their promise for the next 50 years, oh boy, do I have a bridge to sell you.
Oh no, dude. I know full well this won't last, but I like the idea of dreaming. So I sound like I'm delusional, but in this
You
case, I
are?
am fully aware of it, and I'm just enjoying the fantasy for as long as I can.
Dear.
I'm one of those
Uh,
weirdos who are I seem more deluded than I am, but that is only because I enjoy the fantasy of freedom.
I'm not deluded. I'm just insane. He says.
Yeah. Yep. 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 Nail on the head there, buddy.
Oh dear.
No, I can't. How can I deny it? You've hung out for me for what, 3, 4 years. You know this, and I know I can't
Yep.
bullshit you with it, especially with how much the people in chat knows.
Yep.
Yeah, dude,
Oh,
oof. I'm not that kind of streamer. I'm not that kind of YouTuber. Like, do shit openly and then be like, "Oh, I had a sudden lapse of judgment." No, it's sudden,
there's nothing
continuous.
sudden about your lapses in judgment.
No, I'd say they're pre-planned, premeditated. Yeah, there you go.
Premeditated lapse in judgment.
Yeah, I don't like how much that made sense when in accordance to me.
Poor Trym.
At least I know about it myself, and I'm in no kind of like, oh, I'm completely normal. Teehee.
At
I
least I know
know,
I'm retarded, says Trym.
huh?
At
What?
least I know I'm retarded, says Trym.
Exactly. I know. I live with the knowledge, and I have already passed all the stages to acceptance. I know. Let's see. It's relatively easy too,
Oh dear.
being in a country without rights.
Melux asked earlier a monkey stream. Possibly, if we can convince him to show up.
Now that is difficult because the amount of invitation we give him, and he just like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
and then sleeping
He's a
loses.
flaky monkey.
Yes, and he's drunk, but that is because he's Scottish, I
Yes.
think.
That is the default state of the Scot.
I mean, I understand. Have you seen the fucking retardation I have to deal with on a daily
Ah,
basis?
Melux misheard gorilla as gorilla. Fair enough, but we're also trying to get Monkey to come back for the stream that Trym is currently trying to advertise, as you may have been maybe able to tell by Monkey being in the picture.
I and do notice that well, this one is white. This one is gay. I mean, gray.
It's also gay, right?
Yes, it's very late too.
Yeah. Funny that.
Yeah, it's almost as if it was the subtext and the jokes. What things have meaning?
Ah, dear. Mm. Typical woman trying to gaslight us.
Hee hee. Let's see. Wait, where the fuck did I put the nostrils? Oh, never mind. I know. Ah, I'm a genius. Non-debatable, by the way.
Oh, you're something all right, Trym. Trym's a special boy. It said so on the side of his bus.
So not all the time. Sometimes I got to ride the normal bus.
Oh dear.
I didn't even make that many fights either. I was a very, very well-behaved kid.
And by that man, you mean only 2 or 3 a day?
I mellowed out more in my teenage years, okay? Yeah, aggression's always been a part of it. I was an angry kid. Hell, I'm still angry today. But self-control
I'm
has
not. I'm
evaded.
not convinced the anger's gone down. Yeah,
Oh
it's
no,
just
no.
self control that's gone up.
Yeah, the anger is still there. What I have is self-control and patience of a fucking saint.
So he says,
Oh, well, the thing is, when we interact with you guys, first of
Saint
all,
Trimothy.
yeah, when I interact with you guys, I know that I really don't have to restrain that much comparatively, depending on the situation. And also, I've already used up a lot of the patience on the bullshit I have to deal with on other bases. Like,
Yeah.
oh boy,
Oh yeah.
stop it for a
Isn't
call,
life
lady.
fun?
Yeah. Uh, Some people, one, I once got into
Uh,
a political discussion at work, and one guy is like, "You should go to into politics."
Trim would stab a motherfucker.
I, that is what my actual response. Like, yeah, yeah, if you want Stortinget to turn into a bloodbath, sure, I'd become a politician.
I mean, that is acceptable.
Also, that was his response. Oh,
It's a win-win-win situation.
yeah, and from that point, me and him got along until he was forced to change ships.
Of course, because Trim's not allowed to have friends.
Yeah. Also, he was really popular with the guests as well, and a boat was being all jealous and shit because they weren't as popular with the guests. So they started to basically been spending the last year poaching charismatic people from the other ships.
Oh. And yet Trim's still left behind.
Oh, I've already said that if you force me to change, I will quit.
Fair enough. Fair
And
enough. That will...
uh, yeah, another dude who started working a year after me, he was forcefully changed, and he was a favorite too, at least among coworkers. Really nice guy,
Mm.
but he quit on the day. He took sick leave and quit immediately. And after that, suddenly that one ship started to ease up on poaching.
Yeah, funny that, isn't
Yeah.
it?
And I have never gotten a message any other than asked, "Hey, would you consider, would you be interested?" And I'm like, "No, no. I don't know you shit."
Yeah, fuck you. Pay me, leave me alone.
Yeah. I'm not here to serve some kind of greater good. I'm here to earn money.
Money, money.
God damn it. Never mind. Fuck it. I'll do it the old-fashioned way.
I'll send you some. I'll send you some heavy metal ABBA later.
Uh, I don't think
I'm
it's
not even
metal.
joking.
I'm not. I don't think it's metal, but I've heard a version of "Lay All Your Love on Me" that goes really fucking hard. I saw it first time I saw it. It was on a military video compilation.
Right. Intriguing.
Hmm. And it fit because it was. I think it was. Yeah, it started with like D-Day and then went to some really
Ah,
messed up to went to some Danger Close clips. And that
nice.
brutal goddamn scene in Hacksaw Ridge where everyone just got fucked.
Jeb says he misheard it as ABBA metal. That would be funny.
Wouldn't that just be a bunch of sniffing noises as they inhaled copious amounts of
No, no,
gasoline?
no, no, no. ABBA metal is the copper they ripped out of the wall of the house.
Oh God! If only YouTube wasn't if YouTube wasn't YouTube, we could have dragged that joke so much further.
Yeah. Uh, fuck you, YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube more like Yeet Tube because you want to yeet the phone when you turn that shit on.
Yeah. And oh, anytime you see an ad,
Yeah. Also, guys, dog whistles.
mm, which is funny because if you can hear the dog whistle, that makes you the dog. How's that shirt going, by the way?
It's been done for a while now.
Excellent. Well, I'll have to do our new do up the merch store so we can
I can resend
get
it
some
to you
good merch
after.
out.
I can resend it to you after this.
Excellent. But now I've got to sit down and slap the merch store until it makes merch happen.
Yes,
Sadly, a lot of the merch sites just suck.
they do. Like,
Rumble's merch site's absolute fucking garbage.
you tell me. I've me and the guy who helps me with my old merch store. He basically is trying to get make a Redbubble thing, but he's dealing with some personal shit as well
Mm.
as trying to struggle to make fucking Redbubble work. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'll probably just go back to Teespring and reset it up so it what to work
Yeah, might as well.
because it's just easier that way rather than having to faff around with other things.
Amen to that. Let's see.
Until such point as we're making enough money that I can afford to just go, monkey, here's lots and lots of cash, make it happen.
Hmm.
It's not worth more effort than just throwing it at a Teespring or something.
Damn right. Now, here comes the last part.
Ooh,
Kitty Cat Chibi Disco worked out much better than I expected. I
yes.
hoped it would do well, but it works.
Yeah. In fact, you might need to pop that one out and finish it up so we can turn it into stickers.
Oh, here's the background. You can actually do that yourself. The
Mm.
background is absolutely see-through. You can take each and every one of these pieces and do what the fuck you
Trim,
want with it.
trim, trim,
Mhm.
trim. That's not what I meant. I meant finish add some extra pretty to the picture.
Ah. Hmm.
If you think it's such a thing as possible.
Eh, I'll see what I can do. Don't really know what to do though. Sorry.
Dearie me.
Easier to do things with some guidance when it comes to this. That's why it's easier
Yes.
for me to just draw things that people want me to draw.
Isn't it always just doing as you're told so much easier than having to think yourself?
There's a reason I never taken in leadership positions because I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
Sure, I make decisions of myself and what to do with my own damn self, but when it comes to like big things, I prefer to just
Yeah.
lean on people who know what the hell they're doing. And I'm not speaking like the quote unquote experts that were not the
Yeah.
meaning of expert that popped up during the plague
The
years.
event that shall be remain nameless. Yep.
Yeah, the plague. Uh, I mean actual experts, proper words. You know, the ones who know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah.
I'm okay with deferring to them because they actually know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah.
Competence, essentially.
Competence. Can't have competence. If people have competence, they might not listen to the government when we tell them what to do.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't that? Holy crap! Whatever shall we do? Oh no.
Hmm.
Ugh.
Just do as you're told. Do not think. Just comply.
Yep. Eat more slop, then applaud like seals, and then eat more slop,
Hmm. Consume product.
and then consume more product. I don't remember the middle thing there, but it's equally insulting.
Yeah. As it should be.
Yeah.
Fuckers.
When I go against the fucking system, when I started going against the system, that's a pretty bad fucking sign that the system is openly fucking evil. Because I'm one of the lazy fucks who, again, willingly will defer to people who I believe know better. And then you fucking openly show that you don't know better, that you're actually useless little shit. Of course I'll hate you.
Yep.
Oh.
Trym got lied to by the establishment and he's never going to forgive them. Good.
Yeah, that's me. I am again, if I if I believe you and then you betray me or backstab me, I will hate you.
So about the drop bear.
Well, that was actually pretty funny because that was a joke, not a betrayal. That was a
And you
fucking
fell for
bit.
it, hook, line, and fucking sinker.
I don't understand. Again, though, the platypus, Besek. It,
Why do you think that I introduced the platypus before I introduced the drop bear?
yeah, we're talking about a mammal with poisonous fucking feet, a beak that can sense. electricity through water. Uh, God knows what other abilities. It looks like a beaver and a duck. And not only that, if you shine a black light on it, it turns green.
Yep.
So of course,
Don't forget the egg line.
oh right, right, the only mammal who can lay eggs, and it sweats milk. So of course, when somebody tells me that there's this strange, weird offshoot of a koala that is hyper violent, sharp claws, sharp teeth in Australia, and has a tendency of dive bombing you, when you have the that bird that is hyper aggressive, of course I'll fucking believe you.
All according to Keikaku.
Yeah,
Keikaku means plan.
and you cocked me real good. You and your schemes, plans.
Yeah. But yeah, so there's the reason I introduced the platypus first.
Yeah. And that, my good
Because the
friends,
platypus being real sets the field.
yes, and that is what we call a setup.
Yep, setup, execution, payoff.
Yep. And then laugh.
A perfectly executed plan.
Keikakudori. So, I consider this done. Are you satisfied, Bez?
I am.
So, several pieces of Sultan. He sells you white pills for good price. Sells good. He sells white pills for good price. Don't look at Monkey.
Do not look at Monkey.
No.
Monkey sell grey pill for cheaper.
He also like rainbows. And then you have Disco, who is basically yeah, she's the supplier. I like how I managed to make it look like one of those business coat people.
Yeah, you did good. LGM's like, it's just issue with packaging.
Just issue with packaging. Don't worry.
I have no idea what that where that accent is from, but it is very much generic, dodgy salesman accent.
Yeah, here's the thing. I'm going for Romanian.
Yeah. I think at this point it's just Borat.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just
It's
sometimes
nice. It's very nice white bill, but
it's
it's great.
nice. It's
It's
very
just issue with packaging.
don't pay no mind. Package it's different package. Same thing. Same thing. I guarantee. I even take myself occasionally. Yes. Oh yeah. Hollywood Arab like a lot of
Yeah, Hollywood Arabs. Yeah, that's probably exactly where it's from.
yeah, the sales guy
But then
from the
then you add in a bit of like that Far Eastern Europe.
yeah. It's he's basically a Far Eastern Europe with some hefty Arabian. Then the
Yeah,
British kitty cat comes along, brings the Scottish monkey, and yeah,
I think Disco will stab you because Disco is in fact also a Scottish cat.
I know, but she wants to be American, like the rest of us.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Mm,
One
well,
day.
on that note, and combined with the tech issues,
Yeah, I am not going to push my luck any further, and yeah, we managed to do a good 2 hours here.
excellent, and it is done. So now you can package it off, ship it off to Disco.
Hell yeah, and then I'll send you the dog whistle artwork. So I guess, guys, thank you all for dropping by. Thank you for interacting. It's been fun. Yeah, this will be the last stream for this time, but hopefully I can do like two or three, at least one, but hopefully two or at least three streams for every time I'm home from now on. But that kind of depends on how fucked I am when I'm home.
Well, hopefully you're not recovering from being dead next time.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Like, spent the whole last week with glass shards in my throat. That's a good time.
LGM says make sure you announce him. He did announce it.
I did half an hour
He
before I
gave
did.
you a whole 50 minutes
Yeah, I
before he
did.
went live.
Yeah, 50 minutes. Yeah, I gave you 50 minutes. You know, you gotta watch out for them shotguns. Yeah.
Yep.
So thank you all very much for dropping by. Melix, LGM, Total Black Painting, Bleached, Sir Primed, uh,
Marco was in here somewhere.
Marku, was there? And that's it, yeah?
I think Callum showed up for a minute too, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's everyone there.
Yeah. Well, thank you all for joining, as well as you, Besic. Thank you for joining me and
Of course.
filling the void. Have a good day, everyone, and I'll talk to you when I'm back on land. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.